Hey guys, so just a few things before I start here. One, I have now recorded this video 3 times-ish, and it feels too long-winded every time, so I'm gonna do my best not to make it long-winded. The other 2 things, apologies in advance. One, it is raining outside, not as loud as it was before, so hopefully that won't be too big of an interference, but we currently live in Rainland and nothing else but rain, so that is what we're dealing with. Second thing, I don't have my case on my iPad. My iPad is what I use to record on. My case has one of those full-out stand things. That's normally what holds my iPad when I record. It is currently not on. I am holding my iPad with my other hand, so if it slips or moves, I apologize sincerely. I'm going to do my best not to move my hand, but we'll see. I do want to say that a little bit ago, I finished editing another chapter of the zombie novel that I had been editing for a self-published friend. And I edited another 1,427 words there. I've edited a lot of words this month, 88,352 altogether, which is about 30,000 more than I was expecting, closing in on 40,000 at this point. But that's okay. Yeah, that's the correct math. I completely confused myself for a second there. But outside of that, I will say, and I'm sure you can probably tell by my energy here, I do feel much more like myself today, which is great. I don't quite feel as on edge or stressed out. I feel like my mind is much clearer. I feel much more normalized for myself. You know, normal's a weird word, but it is my normal. So I feel more like my normal today, which is great. This past week has been very, very hard for everything. Writing, editing, book cover stuff, cover reveals, all of that. It has been very, very difficult. I will say that May 20th, which is the Monday that I had my terrible anxiety attack on, was also the day that I revealed my cover for Cut to the Kill. And for the past week or so, anytime that I have said the name or looked at the cover or looked at the characters or said anything about the characters, it has made my heart race. It has made me pale and clammy and sweaty, and that's been terrible because the day that I had my anxiety attack has marred the day that I revealed my cover, which sucks. But I will say that now I can say the name without my heart racing quite as bad, and I can say it without getting dizzy or getting a headache or getting sweaty or clammy or pale or anything like that, which is great. My heart still races a little bit, but nowhere near as badly as before, so I think with time, that'll go away completely, which is great, because I love Cut to the Kill, and the characters, and the story, and the book, and all of it. I put a lot of love into that book, and if it was permanently marred by one attack caused by one asshole on Instagram the same day, and again, it's not related to the cover reveal at all. It's a separate incident entirely. It was just on Instagram. If my book was marred entirely by that forever in my own memory, I don't think I'd ever get past that. So I'm very glad that that is dissipating. But at this point, because I am slowly working back to being me, my characters are doing a lot more talking recently, yesterday especially, and today even more, which is great. I got a lot of work done on books that I haven't worked on in over 20 days, which is also great. Pittman's Legend went excellent. I took some notes on Amelia's book. I gave Amelia's book a name, Fallen Blues. Wrote some stuff there, made some progress there. That was excellent. She was actually talking, which she doesn't do often, so that was good. I normally don't actually get to, like, talk to her. So far, I've just kind of been BSing it and waiting for her to, like, come forward. But she actually came forward today, and that was awesome. I felt really good working on her book this morning, especially when it actually got a name. I typically don't write untitled books, so it felt really good to give her book a name. Pittman's Legend King, very happy with the progress that I made there. Jamal and Janice had a great conversation this morning that I was very, very happy with. And Jamal, Malik, and Luca all had a great conversation that is still ongoing at this moment. It's not finished yet. That I was very, very happy with. They made a lot of internal discovery of Luca. Again, the boy has issues. That's all I can say without spoiling everything. But I'm very happy with the progress that I've made this morning, and I think just me being happy about it really shows that I've improved drastically even since 2 days ago. I'm much more me, I'm much more myself, I'm much more not in my own head. It's much clearer. It's good. Today is good, and that's excellent. I have about 400 more words before I meet my daily goal, which I'm back on track almost for where I should be today, if I want to meet directly 100,000 for the month, which is also good. And I'm going to put, hopefully, those 400 words into the Door-to-Door Sales Slayer. That is the next book on my list. That is the one I'm going to work on here in a few, once I finish recording this. But I'm very hopeful that the progress here will go well. Bo spoke a lot yesterday about some crime stuff. Today's chapter, which is a brand new chapter, which kind of sucks because I didn't realize it was a new chapter until I opened the document. But I'm hoping that because this chapter will presumably be about crime stuff as well, that he will continue to talk, but we will see. But I would like to meet my word goal before I go to sleep, so that way when I wake up, I can deal with other things that I want to do today. I need to cut my hair, both this part, in hopes that it stops doing this weird thing. It keeps randomly parting here no matter what I do. That's not what it's supposed to do. It's just supposed to go back. It does not do that anymore. And I also need to shave the sides and the back again. Fun times. If it's not thundering after that is done, I would like to cut my little dog's hair again. I cut my hair and his hair the same day last time. So if my hair is ready for a haircut, so is his. That's kind of the way that I'm keeping track of that now, which is great. But I can only do that if it's not thundering, because he is the dog who hates thunder. So those are two things planned. I would also like to continue work on the Bo Austin surgeon basement model things, but we'll see what happens. I'll obviously need to do bird chores around 5 or so. And there was something else that I wanted to do, but genuinely can't remember it right now. But you know, that's okay. My brain is still a little, like, frazzled. And it still takes a lot to, like, remember things, if they aren't written down already in front of me. So with pretty much every book I've worked on this week in general, I have written down, like, everything that has happened in it. What the characters said they're gonna do, what needs to happen, what is going to happen, everything. I've been doing my best to, like, keep track of all of it, because my brain has been so frazzled and disorganized, and it's been difficult to work through, but I have managed my best. But with that, I do not remember what the other thing that I wanted to do today was, but it was something. If I remember, I'll tell you, I guess, when I accomplish it. But shower. I need to shower today. That was the other thing. Because if I'm going to cut my hair, I'm also going to shower. So I'm not covered in my own hair. But also, I now will have full access to the desk and the computer and all of that. I haven't for the last, few days. Or, yeah, I think it was this weekend that we started it. Mom's wall is done. You can see the wallpaper back there. The gray boards. That's wallpaper. I love it, personally. These walls are now painted gray instead of the brown paneling. A lot of things have been contact papered. I will show you that. I think you saw that. I love that as well. But we're done in here, so, or mostly. But that means that I shouldn't be bruising my ankle anymore, so once that heals, I can sit normally out in the living room again, which will be great. But, once I can sit normally, hopefully writing will come even smoother. But at the moment, a lot of it is moving my legs and standing up and walking around, not because of my knee pain, but because I hit my ankle and bruised it, and it hurts to sit the way that I normally sit in the living room. But yeah. I'm going to work on the Door-to-Door Sales Slayer here, and hope for the best. Hope for the best progress. I'm hopefully going to get through these next, 400 words or so before I go to sleep within the next half hour or so. I've been laying down recently at around 9 rather than 9:30 in hopes that the lack of screen time from 9 to 9:30 will help me fall asleep by that time, because otherwise I stay up until like 10 or 10:30 because on the weekends I accidentally sleep in, which throws off my sleep schedule. But that is the game plan. Hopefully 400 words here on Door-to-Door Sales Slayer so I can meet my word goal, so that way when I wake up I can deal with other stuff before I get back into writing. But regardless of how many words I do accomplish here, I will update you guys before I go to sleep. Fingers crossed that it's over 400 words, but we will see, and I will see you with an update within the next half hour or so. Alrighty, hey guys, it is 8:50 in the morning, and at the moment I am going through BV and taking notes. I haven't actually started notes yet, but I'm going to be taking notes on the dates that things happen on in this book, because the book that I started yesterday, I don't remember the initials that I gave it, TGV maybe, is related to BV. They have the same characters, and the new one takes place sometime shortly after the end of the first one. So I need to know what date the first one ends on. This is one of the books that I've written that does not have dates at the top in the chapters. I don't do that super often, but these ones that I write with the initials tend to not have dates in them, just because it makes things less stressful for me, I guess. Until, of course, the end, when I have to go back through and figure out what dates they happened on. I'm much smarter with one of the other ones I'm working on, G something. I don't know what the other symbols are there. GT something? GTH maybe? I don't know. But with that one, I'm taking notes as I write and keeping track of the dates on my notebook rather than in the book. And I did not do that with BV, so I'm going to go through now and do that for about the next 8 minutes or so before I go lay down at 9, or shortly thereafter. And that's probably what I'm going to do when I wake up too. I have already met my written goal for the day, but I would like to get through at least another book today. The next book on my list is TGV, which is why I'm taking the BV notes now. But when I wake up, I'm planning on switching back and forth between the BV notes and editing the zombie book for my friend. I'm editing it in little sections rather than chapters now. That is easier. That seems to be making things go relatively quicker when it comes to editing in general. So that is the plan, but we'll see how things go. And after I wake up, I will give you an overall update once I get some more editing done, but the note-taking thing is just going to take me a while, and that's what I'm going to do. So, hooray for all of that. And I also think that I'll probably count it as edit number 1, because I still need to do that. And if I'm going to be rereading the entire book to take notes, I might as well also do some editing. So, I guess I'll give you an update on that at some point too. But, regardless, I will see you guys at some point later on in the afternoon or evening.